More than 2,000 years ago, a child was born in a small town who would change the course of human history. Billions today worship him as the Son of God. Others see him as a great teacher, prophet, and one of the most influential people ever to live. His name was Jesus. This is the story of Jesus Christ, a journey of faith, miracles, sacrifice, and a legacy that still shapes the world today. Early life Jesus was born around 4 to 6 BC in the town of Bethlehem, in the region of Judea. According to Christian belief, his mother Mary was visited by an angel who told her she would give birth to a special child through divine intervention. Her husband Joseph worked as a carpenter. The birth of Jesus is remembered today as Christmas. The story says Jesus was born in humble circumstances, in a stable, because there was no room available elsewhere. Shepherds and wise men traveled long distances after seeing signs in the sky that they believed marked the birth of an extraordinary child. Soon after, his family moved to avoid danger and later settled in the town of Nazareth. Very little is recorded about Jesus' childhood. One famous story tells of a young Jesus visiting the temple in Jerusalem at age 12. Religious scholars were amazed by his understanding and wisdom. For many years after that, he lived a quiet life and likely worked alongside Joseph as a carpenter. But around the age of 30, everything changed. Jesus met a preacher named John the Baptist who baptized people in the Jordan River. Jesus himself was baptized, and according to Christian tradition, this marked the beginning of his public mission. Soon he gathered followers known as disciples. Among them were fishermen, workers, and ordinary people. His message was simple but powerful. Love one another, forgive others, help the poor, show compassion, love even your enemies. These teachings challenged many social norms of the time. As Jesus traveled across towns and villages, stories of miracles spread rapidly. People believed he healed the sick, restored sight to the blind, and helped those suffering from disease. One famous story describes him feeding thousands of people with only a few loaves of bread and fish. Another tells of him calming a storm. Many followers believed these miracles proved he was sent by God. Jesus often taught through parables, simple stories carrying deeper meanings. One of his most famous teachings became known as the Golden Rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. His popularity grew quickly, but not everyone welcomed him. Some religious leaders became concerned. They felt Jesus challenged their authority and questioned existing traditions. As larger crowds followed him, tensions increased. Meanwhile, the region was under Roman rule, and political leaders closely watched any growing movement. As his influence spread, many believed a major confrontation was approaching. One of the most important moments in Jesus' life was his arrival in Jerusalem. Crowds welcomed him enthusiastically. Soon afterward came what Christians remember as the Last Supper, a final meal Jesus shared with his disciples. During this gathering, Jesus spoke of betrayal and difficult events ahead. Soon after, he was arrested. One of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, is said to have betrayed him. Jesus faced questioning and trial. Eventually, Roman authorities sentenced him to crucifixion, a severe form of execution used at the time. He was crucified around AD 30 to 33. For Christians, this sacrifice became central to their faith. According to Christian belief, 3 days after his death, Jesus rose again. Followers claimed his tomb was found empty and that he appeared to many people afterward. This event became known as the resurrection and remains one of Christianity's most important beliefs. After these events, his followers spread his teachings across nations. Over centuries, Christianity grew into one of the world's largest religions. Today, billions follow the teachings of Jesus. Even beyond religion, his influence on ethics, culture, art, and history remains enormous. Whether viewed as the Son of God, a prophet, or an extraordinary historical figure, one thing is undeniable. Very few people in human history changed the world as much as Jesus did. And more than 2,000 years later, his story continues to inspire billions. If you enjoyed this biography, like the video and subscribe for more inspiring stories from history.